this school on Thursday, the 19th of May 2022. It is the media teacher's birthday today. He's 30. Happy birthday, you massive legend. I gave him a birthday card as well, where I bought it on Tuesday for like close to £4, like a dick. And I wrote like, thank you for being the best teacher I've ever had, like for years. I was about to write on the feed. I was like, actually, I don't want to write that on a birthday card, but I've already written like UN, and I don't want to like scribble anything out or anything on a birthday card. And the background for the card isn't white, so I couldn't use like Tipex or anything like that. So I said screw it, and I was able to give it to him, which was surprising because I didn't think I'd have the chance, but I didn't. He didn't seem to have any sort of reaction to the fact that I said that, because it just doesn't seem appropriate for a birthday card. But I think he understood the message. Anyway, so I was told that sixth formers would get free breakfast in the canteen. I got my breakfast and they charged me for it. Explain that. But anyway, I was going to sit down and do some revision or just my homework. But Elf Lord popped in. Haven't seen him in a while. I think he's now working at home, because there's another student that everyone says, oh, she's only ever in on like the first day and any special like parties and all that. I think that she works at home. I don't have a problem with that, because like someone actually recommended that, not a student recommended that I work at home. But anyway, he was back here having a conversation, and then I had to go to few exams. It went terribly, but I did do 0 revision, so that's on me. So, question 1 was looking at Into My Own by Robert Frost and The Conway Stewart by Seamus Heaney, and talking about how these poems talk about departures. And I wrote some stuff. I didn't write much. I got up to like 900 words, which is nothing for an essay at A level. And I wrote 4 paragraphs because you're supposed to write 6. The intro, form, rhyme, imagery, language, and conclusion. I think that's 6. But I was thinking, wait, is rhyme part of form? So I'll put rhyme and form into 1 paragraph, and then I put language and imagery into another paragraph, so that's a total of 4. And then the second question was about the crucible, and you had a choice of 2 questions. A, Danforth does not want justice. Or B, no one is free. I picked A, and I got like 3 bits of evidence for it. But even then, I don't even think I was correct in the evidence, because I think you're supposed to be looking out for the stage directions, possibly. Like the when you look at a script, the script will say the name of the character that's speaking, and if they have something to do, it will put it in brackets, then their dialogue. So Dylan brackets awkwardly this is school on. But yeah, that's how scripts work. I think we had to go for the brackets, but I didn't, because I didn't actually memorize any quotes. I made up a quote. Like there was a quote where someone said, "Are you a witch?" No, I don't even know what a witch is. Well, if you don't know what a witch is, how do you know you're not a witch? I wrote that down, and that is in the book, but it should probably word it differently. I think that's fine. I don't know. And for the other two bits of evidence, I just didn't have a quote. I just summarized what I was talking about. But most of the actual essay for that bit was from a bit at the end, because, and I was having a conversation with Alford about this, but the teacher took my baby, the Crucible, beautiful, based, has been based for 69 years, because it was released in 1953, and she made it cringe because the modern day McCarthyism is abortion. No, it's cancel culture. Like, how is it not How is it not cancel culture? Stop talking about abortion. But anyway, as for driving, I don't think there's anything to talk about. So this Twitter, as of actually, I have a review to do. The King's Man, universally negative ratings. I watched on Disney Plus. Ray fans, Gemma Arterton. Taron Egerton is not in it. Stanley Tucci is in it. Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm guessing that's the villain. I don't know. Tom Hollander. Colin Firth is not in it. Mark Strong is not in it. Charles Dance. Channing Tatum is not in it. And I wonder, was she related to Stanicatic? No, she's not. Anyway, it's good. Not as good as the other two Kingsman movies, but still good. This Twitter as of 2 to 7 p.m. NATO should end the war in Ukraine. I agree. Pug health so poor it can no longer be considered a typical dog, study says. But of currently Googling the names of the scientists involved in the study while mumbling some crap about an early life section or something. Fire Festival founder Billy McFarland gets early prison release. First, Shkreli, my belly is like Suicide Squad, but they're going to defraud BlackRock. Actually, I'm just going to play the video.
In contrast, Russian elections are rigged. Political opponents are imprisoned or otherwise eliminated from participating in the electoral process. The result is an absence of checks and balances in Russia and the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, anyway. 75. In contrast.
For those who don't know, George W. Bush was president of America when 9/11 happened, and his reaction in 9/11 was unjustifiably going to war with Iraq and Afghanistan. And now Bush is saying, Putin's bad because he unjustifiably went to war with Ukraine. Now, to be fair, just a little bit, now, Bush is still being a massive hypocrite and a prick. To be fair, there was a little bit of justification for going to war with Afghanistan and Iraq because they were responsible for 9/11. while Ukraine did nothing to Russia. They just felt entitled. But you're still a prick and a hypocrite, George. And he also said that, like, the worst thing that ever happened to America, or something along those lines, was the Capitol storm. Holy crap, Freudian slide of the century. Bruh. But seriously, Bush and Blair, 1,000,000 years dungeon for war crimes? Yes. I had a oopsie. Laughs and dead children from drone strikes. Why? You would have to charge every single person that voted for the Iraq War. Congress voted for it overwhelmingly. Your terms were acceptable. Amber Heard is a psycho.
Beautiful, beautiful wolf. That's a beautiful, beautiful wolf. How are you doing? Oh, he's trying to bite me. Go, go, go. Drive away, Matthew. He tried to bite me. Oh, those foreign breeds. Oh, what's that? What's that? Do you want a drop? No, thank you. I'm good. You've probably got some video jobs.
You what, mate?
I said it's very nice to meet you, mate.
If they want to
If they want war.
Now, that seems quite divisional, Niko. Saying that you don't want a drink of this EDL man's Orangina, I think it was, because he might have some of those EDL germs, as if there are different species. I'm trying to think of who did that to who. That's what the Germans did to the Jews. Hey, sorry, right. I didn't mean to say Germans, I meant to say Nazis. I'm not trying to, like, make a comment about the Germans. But, you know, that's how the Nazis treated the Jews. As if they're a different being. Like they're not from this planet. Ew, I don't want your dirty EDL germs. Meanwhile, back in 1933, I don't want your dirty Jew germs. What's the difference in those sentences? Other than the group of people being targeted.
Have to militarise.
They are trying to destroy our race.
We're going to have to militarise.
You get those mixed kids now and all that now.
Yeah. Who's this character? Do you know this guy?
So, yeah,
Oh,
that's my grandson.
With some kind of...
No, it's not fake news.
Yeah, you're right.
It's ADL.
It is. But what I was trying to say was, over the years we've managed to assimilate.
Assimilate.
But now,
Yeah.
it's just you can't. Assimilation is part.
Do you think that the reason why there are so many members of the EDL is because they all have agreed that there is a problem in England? Like, I'm not trying to, like, say, oh, well, there's so many of them, they must be right, because that would be the same argument that a Nazi would use. But it's just, say 5 years ago, which was only about a year before this video was released, 2017, there were nowhere near as many members of the EDL as there are now. The reason why there have been so many joining up in the past 5 years is because of what is going on in the country. It's not that people suddenly just went, actually, immigrants are bad. It's something that's happened that caused them to come to that conclusion. Like, all the bloody terrorist attacks that happened, the London Bridge, the Ariana Grande concert, I guess, even though it wasn't a terrorist attack, it was an accident. Grenfell Tower, as well, might have contributed to it. I'm not trying to justify anything. It's just, there is a reason why their numbers have grown up recently. And it's the fault of your side.
Yeah, it's past that.
We need to unify, we need to militarise, we need to organise, utilise the element of surprise.
Exactly, pure waffle. That's okay, man.
Unionize. That's so basically we need to all come together. Which side wants that? Oh yeah, yours.
The line that's on the side. Oh, it's beautiful. I am above them.
We've been marching for hours now, but it was time to do what I came here for. Meet Tommy Robinson. The only issue was, how was I going to get to him?
Really easy, because Tommy Robinson is a gentleman.
We did it. We made it.
Yeah, eventually. You need to get out the front there, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. They're going to get us into the front. They're going to get us all the way.
See, they are being kind, saying, excuse me, there's a man in a wheelchair that wants to be Tommy Robinson, so that they all let him pass to make it like the part like the sea when Moses demanded it, My point is, friendly bunch.
We completely set.
Also, this does say a lot about you, because you do not need these people's help, and you're just abusing how friendly they are.
Created this massive herd of people, all because I was wearing a stupid old man mask.
Are you sure it isn't also because you are in a wheelchair and they don't realize that you aren't actually paralyzed?
We were successful.
Well, if that's not what it means, then what does it mean? And without saying the word racism. Also, notice the UKIP banner. You want to call UKIP racist as well? Did you know that UKIP is the only party that actually has banned Tommy Robinson from joining it because he was a member of the BNP? Like, if you have been a member of the BNP, you are not allowed to join UKIP, but you can still join any left-wing party or the Tories.
Can I meet Tommy Robinson before we go?
I'll have a chat with these lads in a minute so I can get you through somehow.
Okay.
Friendly bunch.
I put all my faith in this security guard to get
And for Christ's sake, stop using the same song!
me through.
We've got to try and get you through the barriers, right,
Okay, thank you.
He spoke to his co-workers behind the scenes and eventually got them to open the gate to give us access to the center stage. It had all led to this. My trolls on the EDL, the death threats, the arguments. This is the moment that will make the NDL officially the biggest move.
The death threats that were coming from kids younger than me? Sure.
To ever come out of this country, and I got an NDL hoodie ready for Tommy Robinson.
Tommy. Let's go. Hello, can I meet Tommy Robinson?
Tommy's still in there.
Oh, there he is.
I was within reach and distance of Tommy Robinson, so I made my move.
Come down here, you're offline. Come down here, you're offline. There we go. Tommy Robinson. Hello, there's my grandson right there. I've got
See, he called you mate because he's a friendly person. Like, he's not this evil goblin that everyone, including you, portray him as.
for you, as a present for you. For you, you see, that's for you. It's matching with me. It's NDL. You support us, the NDL. Come on, man. Cheers, Mops. He has absolutely no idea I'm wearing my shirt. Big win for the NDL. Tommy. Did you say buy it? Did you say buy it? Buy this. Buy it. Thank you.
What are you doing getting supposedly evil, racist monster Tommy Robinson to promote your merch? That would make you racist, wouldn't it? According to your side's rules and logic and arguments. Also, you can get Tommy Robinson to say anything. Marcus got him to talk about Marcus's balls because Tommy will just say anything that you want them to say. You don't even have to pay him.
Tommy, big troll. Thank you. Okay. You have absolutely no idea what you've just done. So there we have it, it's settled. Make sure you go by Niko the...
Maybe it's because you're not actually as big as you think you are, and you're just this tiny, pathetic human rights violator who is, let me see if I can get all this right, ableist, racist, transphobic. I think there was a fourth thing. Xenophobic, or I'll just say ableist, racist, and transphobic for now. But my point is that maybe you were able to trick Tommy easily because you aren't as famous as you think you are.
That's what it is, Niko the Fence.
We made our way through all of these people and planted an NDL hoodie. This is a big troll.
Come out the way, please.
Big troll. You've all been
Is it really though?
trolls. Especially this one right here. Goodbye, Tommy. Goodbye.
The NDL has turned into something I never thought it would be. But something that started off as a joke, I'm still...
It went from something you made as a joke, as retaliation against the EDL, to something that is being promoted by the former leader of the EDL. It went from an anti-racist organization to a racist organization, at least if we're going off of your definition of racism and anti-racism.
It somehow turned into a movement. So subscribe now to join the NDL. World domination is next.
Yeah, such a big movement, because when George Floyd died, everyone was on the streets chanting NDL instead of BLM.
Telling you.
What's up?
NDL for life. NDL for life.
What's up? I don't know what I'm supporting if I do this.
Niko Defense League, it's good.
You're supporting racist man Tommy Robinson, apparently.
NDL for life.
Come on, man. You're the man. Listen, nice to meet you guys. Okay.
I've been watching your videos.
South Africa. Yeah. Alright, listen, man. I appreciate that so much. South Africa.
You know, the South Africa, which is quite close to Nigeria, which is the place that you hate, the place that you think that everyone in Nigeria is just a scammer looking to steal your money by saying that they'll give you some gold.
We're global, mate. We're global. I love it.
Yeah, you're definitely global. You went from one continent to another. Do you still have another, like, 3 continents? I don't remember how many there are.
Took off my mask and said some final words. The fact Tommy Robinson is going to go home with an NDL hoodie, I mean, that literally says enough for itself. So if you wanted...
What does it say? I've said this like 10 times in the past couple seconds because I have to keep on pausing the video, because every few seconds there is something to say. But the only thing that it seems to say is that the NDL is a racist organization.
NDL hoodie, the links will be in the description, along with 100 Brooklyn Title t-shirts. Leave a like and go buy my clothes.
Guys, go buy my clothes. Go like the video and go buy my clothes. Subway. Okay, so sorry just for a second. I thought that said breaking things in the store, then buying them, which is different. Calling people the N-word, that's fine because he's black and he can say it, but if you call a white person cracker, or you call anyone cracker, if you're white, then that's a big no-no. Sneaking in the BAFTAs. I'm pretty sure that's trespassing. Like I'm certain that is trespassing. You've admitted to committing a crime here. I could be wrong. That also seems like a crime. Handcuffing yourself to someone without their consent. I don't think wearing a ghillie suit and, you know, based off of like that thumbnail, unless the person that you're knocking on the door of hasn't cut their grass in years, they're gonna notice that, you know, there's someone in a ghillie suit lying on their, I don't even remember what the British term is, their lawn. Wait, is this it? Please tell me it's over. Look at, once again, trespassing. That's just being, that's being a prick. Come on. That seems quite racist. Because you think that all Arabs have massive beards, are wearing sunglasses, and have I don't even know what you would call that, but you like a tea towel on their head. They're probably like a real term for it, and of course you're hanging out with the sideman. Now this just seems to be you copying Mr. Beast at this point, and I don't watch Mr. Beast's videos because, well, they may be wholesome and really good, and like you're doing like really good stuff here, but it's not. I wouldn't watch it because of how cringe you are going about it. Like, if you just gave people money, you wouldn't have gotten as many views, but overall the content would have been better. That's the reason why I don't like Mr. Beast. I don't think you can call a restaurant not, or yeah, I don't think you can call a restaurant not McDonald's. That's like probably copyright breach or something. If I made an app called Not YouTube, I'm pretty sure Google would take it down. How unless you have someone else living in your house, then it's not really a prank. It just means you have to clean up your own house. If you're going to bring along someone with you to do a prank, don't bring KSI. Because the whole point would be that you need to pretend that it's not a prank. Because, like, say you blast out your embarrassing voicemail, and then someone comes up and starts talking and saying, that's quite inappropriate. Also, this is a library. Shut up. And you need to prolong the prank. For you could just be waffling, as you would say. But, so the person doesn't know that it's a prank, then you reveal it later. Or in your case, you don't at all. You shouldn't bring KSI. He laughs at everything. That's just a waste of food. Right, this is nowhere near as inhumane as killing my best friend prank, but that's also quite inhumane. Oh, actually, no, it's not over, because after this, right, 11 months ago, disappears for, as I said, 6 months. Fake Apple Store. Just being an asshole again. Sending food to space and delivering it, which, that seems dangerous. I don't think you can eat food that has been in space, but considering this video has been uploaded, I'm going to assume that there's nothing wrong with it, like legally or health-wise. Here we go. America's most racist man. He must be, considering you're Britain's most racist man. I mean, hell, you're more racist than my granny.
America's most racist man. And this is the story of how I found this man.
Right, before you show off your Casey Neistat footage, explain how this man is racist. You say in the thumbnail that he's the leader of the KKK. Prove to me that this man is the leader of the KKK.
And tricked him into giving me an interview. But the craziest thing about all of this is that it was all an accident.
Now, why would the supposed leader of the KKK allow you, a black man, to interview him?
Because originally I was traveling to Harrison, Arkansas, because based off the videos I've seen online, it's America's most racist town. And as I have a lot of history trolling racists...
They're our streets. They're taking our houses, they're taking the lot.
And they took your teeth as well?
Yeah, they did.
I thought I was definitely qualified to go down there to see this town for myself and find out if it really is racist.
You are the most biased man to send to see if this town really is racist. Because one, your definition of racism is just not true. And two, you are racist. It is the most racist town in America because you are in it.
So I travelled from London all the way to northwest Arkansas.
We're here! Well, we're not here yet. We have to get a taxi, and then we're going to be there.
And unfortunately, there were no taxis. So I had to try and hitchhike my way into getting someone to drive me all the way to...
Because it's not New York. You're in bloody Arkansas. There's not taxis running around everywhere. Right, if it's New York, then yeah, it'd be fine for you to expect to immediately see a taxi and get it. Because no one drives in New York, but in Arkansas, everyone drives.
Harrison, which is a 2-hour journey.
You guys going to Harrison? Yeah, Harrison, yeah. What's in Harrison, you guys? So basically, we hear it's the most racist town in America.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's why you came?
Yeah, that's why I came the whole way. I'm saying we get a road trip to Harrison.
I really want to take you.
I think these guys think that you're suicidal and you just want to, like, instead of killing yourself, be murdered because you're black and you're entering a town that hates black people the most. Like, I think that's what these guys are thinking. Because you're not famous. At all. Not even PewDiePie famous. I don't care now. It says 100 million subscribers. Yeah, but in real life that means, like, nothing at all.
Catch a movie, but
Excuse my stomach.
Yeah.
What time's your movie?
It's at 10. Yeah, I think I can pull it off.
You think?
I think so.
You think you can pull it off? You think you can take us past it?
I can do it. You guys have, like,
Yeah, no, we're not killers. We're not killers. First thing we have to do, we just have to prove that we're not killers, is the passports. This is where I just get out the zip tie and choke you.
Zip ties are pretty small. You can't fit them around someone's neck. The only person's neck you can fit around is Hannah Murray. Also, what you're thinking of is Fiberwire. Have you not played a Hitman game?
No. So, have you guys heard much about Harrison?
They had like a KKK headquarters there. I saw a video on YouTube.
Had. Past tense.
Somebody like had Black Lives Matter sign and people were telling him like don't be here after dark.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't say after dark.
About 10 minutes, I'm going to be back. You better be gone.
It's definitely one of those towns that if you are a minority, don't stop for gas there if you can avoid it.
Okay, so it's like that. And you feel like I should be nervous going?
I would be a little more nervous.
Oh my gosh, George, what are we getting ourselves?
Okay, so every clip that you've shown so far is evidence of these people being racist. And that's the first time that you've actually had a high rating of people being racist. So I'm going to assume that, yes, Harrison is the most racist town in America. That does not... So, yes, Harrison is a racist town. But that does not mean that Arkansas in general, or even America in general, is racist. Get that through your head.
This was already sounding like a bad idea, and to make things worse...
Also, if you want to call America racist, go on ahead. This was made in 2022. Joe Biden is president. So it's Joe Biden's fault, not Trump.
Daniel told us a story about his friend who went to high school there.
So, your friend...
He's black, right? He found a noose in his locker one time. And every day after school, he didn't stick around any longer than he needed to. He went straight to his mom's car to pick him up.
God, man, what? For real, what are we getting ourselves into? Why are you scared?
A noose.
You should be smiling right now. This is probably safer than England.
England is such a racist place.
Alright, I think we're pretty much here. This is, I believe to be Harrison. We're a couple minutes away from our hotel. And then we're going to start exploring. Thank you so much, my friend. I do want to give you some cash, because obviously you drove us all the way down there. That's $300.
Thank you so much.
Here we go.
So I waved off our good friend Daniel, and just like that, we had arrived.
Other than your suit, I don't think I've ever seen you wear something that isn't NDL merch. Which is like wearing a shirt with your head on it. That's just... That has got to be the most condescending thing I've ever seen.
In the most racist town in America.
Time to go into this hotel. It is actually on the National Register of Historic Places. So, mental stuff's gone down here. Hello, how you doing?
Now, that's you've ordered quite a lot of Chick-fil-A there. But Chick-fil-A is a Christian chain. You hate Christians. And Chick-fil-A closes on a Sunday because they are a Christian brand, and Sunday is church day. So supposedly, because of that, like that's the only evidence I've seen of Chick-fil-A being homophobic. But the way people treat it is that if you go in the Chick-fil-A and they like find out that you're gay, they will basically harass you until you get out. But I haven't seen any actual evidence of that happening. The only actual evidence that I've seen is they are Christian, therefore they are homophobic. I am Christian and I am homophobic. In fact, I was talking to a homosexual this morning, Alf Lord, and I was not being homophobic towards him. In fact, he admitted that he is the homophobe, not me. And he's the homosexual.
And I'm Brenda. I'll be here until 11 tonight.
Perfect.
If you want torture, just come down and I'll torture you.
Yeah, we'll talk again, Dorinda.
Right, she doesn't mean that as in literally torturing you. She's making fun of herself. Like that's what that's what people do.
Now, the lift ever felt like a horror movie is this one. It's kind of worrying.
Why? This isn't Get Out or Us or that new movie that Jordan Peele's doing, or Nope. Right? You're not living in a Jordan Peele movie. Okay? Calm down. There's a term for what you are experiencing right now. It's called paranoia.
There we go. Now, we just got to go explore the town a little bit. Brenda, where's best for, like, nightlife here?
Good luck. This town's dead. You might head down to the square.
The square? Off we go, into the darkness. Now, this one, this feels scary. You know, I'm actually scared. Yeah.
Oh, sure you are. Once again, paranoia. Right? See the Jordan Peele movies? Us, Get Out, Nope. All of them are basically just the main character thinks that, you know, everyone's out to get him because he's black. When really, he's just paranoid. I get that the characters in Get Out, not Us, because they're, I think in Us, they're bloody aliens or something like that. Shapeshifters, I don't know. But in Get Out, yes, the family is racist. But that's just the family. Anyone else outside of that family, outside of that bloody area, I haven't seen that movie, by the way. They're not racist. Daniel Kuyai. Posh kind of from Skins. I've made quite a few Skins references today. Well, because I've been binging the show.
I'm relaxed. Oh, I wonder why, George. To be honest, going out late in a town that is seen as the most racist town in America alone,
I wouldn't say after dark, man.
might be the stupidest thing I've ever done on this channel, and that is saying something. I presume this is the square. And
Thank you for admitting that for me.
this place is dead. And just like that, we stumbled across our first local resident of Harrison, Arkansas. We're new to this place. We're just filming a documentary for the BBC. Okay. Where's it popping? Where's the nightlife going on?
There is not really a nightlife in this town.
No nightlife?
No.
Nothing?
No.
This is what we call...
Also, by the way, you're black, so I'm going to murder you right now. Oh wait, that hasn't happened.
Square. As you see, everything is absolutely closed right now. And it is what?
Well, I've got to go for a... This is technically TMI, but you know, I'm so... I don't care anymore. I'm going for a piss. Also, just imagine being Daniel, however you pronounce his name, going from Skins, where you play posh Kenneth, a man who's just a walking stereotype, going like, "Hey, blood taking man, scan them, sprap, rap, rap." And that's not racist for me to say, because that's literally how posh Kenneth is. And here is evidence. Black man in the middle there, That is Posh Kenneth.
Kiss me, you fool.
Yeah, right, we're 1-1. Right, you get me? This Braham lubed up, man. Right, I got bare shit on his forehead and ting.
Imagine going from that, disappearing for like 10 years, okay, 9 years, 2008 to 2017, doing Get Out, a horror movie directed by comedian Jordan Peele, who is black, and it's basically him talking about how he hates white people. Then doing Black Panther, where you're doing it not as a superhero movie, but as a black movie. Because most of the cast, including the white people, in Black Panther, view Black Panther as a black movie and not a superhero movie at all. And then doing Judas and the Black Messiah, whatever. Which, once again, another movie about hating white people. Imagine doing that.
No.
Nothing.
No. This is what we call the square. As you see, everything is absolutely closed right now. And it is what? Like 9?
They're all closed because it's nighttime. That's what happens.
Already on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got any friends around here?
We're actually playing cards in the card shop right down there.
Can we join you?
Now, I actually skipped ahead and saw they were playing, like, Magic the Gathering. And I'm not a friend of any type of card game, whether it be Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Gwent, even. Not a fan. But, Niko, don't go near the community. I'm not saying it because I don't like the community. I don't have a problem with the community. But, you know, I'm not trying to protect you from them. I'm trying to protect them from you.
Thank you so much for letting us... Sorry, what's your name?
Richard.
Richard, Nicholas. And Richard here had brought us into the land of...
Yeah. Poker cards, sure. That's it. That's definitely the type of card game they're playing. Prick.
The N-words.
The land of the nerds up here.
Right, big up. Let's play Magic. So I just pick a card to play. I'm playing the Command Tower. What card has he played?
This is Shipwreck Marsh.
I'm just going to play my Blood Chris, the land.
I'm going to play Evolving Wilds.
We played a game called Magic the Gathering, and I was claiming to be a pro, but honestly,
A game called, really? How do you know what not know what Magic the Gathering is? Did you not even hear about Thoughtgate?
I'd never played it before in my life, and I think it was obvious.
Draw card.
Yeah, no, okay, a draw card. Got you. Alright, so...
Draw card.
Yeah, draw card.
No, from your dad.
Oh, yeah, of course. But then I became Prestige 1000 level wizard and earned all of my fellow magicians...
Don't. Stop.
respect, which meant I could ask them to tell me the truth about this town. We were sent here on behalf of the BBC because we were told that...
I've found that the BBC can sue you if you try to impersonate a person working for the BBC. Especially if you do end up doing something that like would get you fired if you actually worked at the BBC. But I mean, I guess fine because yous are 69ing each other. Okay, I'm sorry. I accidentally clicked off NCIS and it popped up Google for some reason. And when you go on the Google, it like gives you articles related to stuff that you like. Second article. Whatever happened to Juno in Assassin's Creed? I'll tell you what happened. They stopped caring about her because they went to Lila and they brought her up as a cameo in Odyssey. They're preparing for something big, or they were. And I hope they do it again.
Morrison is actually the most racist town in America.
We get a lot of hate about Harrison being a racist town? It's not that everybody hears that, it's just that there was a history in the past.
Yes, thank you, man. Not everyone in Harrison is racist. It's possible that they're a minority, but from what I've seen of you being in the town, no one has been racist to you.
I'm pretty sure there's like a white supremacy group or whatever.
They're in another town. They just like to come here so people don't bother their town when they do it.
So whereabouts are they?
It's a place called
Zinc.
It is like a few hundred people. And there's a guy that runs a church down there that has a small group of our guys that come out and march and do things. But they come here or they buy a billboard right outside of our town. They don't do anything where they're at.
So these racist places, as a black person myself, it doesn't make sense for me to go to at all. No. What would they do if they saw?
Okay, so I washed my hands because, as you could tell, I was eating crisps and I didn't want to get my phone greasy. I already knew you got to look for a bit of hair. Piss off.
Trust me, if you went there, you would not be welcome. Just you driving through the town, you are darker skinned than they are, the police will pull you over. And they will strip your car.
Now, he said darker skinned and not different race, because race is on a spectrum.
From one end to the other, because they assume, because you're different, that you're probably also a criminal. And there are places where if you walk through there, you would likely not.
So that's why these people are racist. They believe that, you know, because, not because he's black, but because he's an outsider, that, oh, he must have drugs, and it's not just, they just hate black people. They're all common, mate. That's just interesting to me. The most racist town in America, actually, it's not that they just pure hate black people. They have a reason why, even if it is a stupid reason.
Mental. This was honestly a shocking start. The stuff they were telling me was so bad, it didn't sound like real life. And although these guys seem cool,
Yeah, because... Yeah.
I even took Richard's number. I still needed to dig deeper, as that was just one group's opinion. So I went and found this bar to speak to a few more people. And we've seen like reports online that...
You call it a bar, but yeah, you use a pizza as like an icon for it. Hell's up with that. Like when you get card shop, we got poker cards when it's Magic and you use Magic. Like, they're both cards, but pizza? Hi.
This area is the most racist town in America.
But actually, they live in Zinc.
Huh? They live
in Zinc.
Zinc?
Yeah.
So who is the racist in Zinc?
So, you've made a mistake in your research here. Harrison actually isn't racist. Zinc is racist, unless Zinc is like a street in Harrison. But I'm pretty sure someone's like that neckbeard said that, okay, it's not a neckbeard, but beardy guy. The first guy that they met said that it was in another town.
I can't think of his name right now.
I can, but I won't say it.
Well, what's the name?
I won't.
Oh, you won't say it.
He's got a little group together over
I think
in Zinc.
it's a little church.
So there's a mystery man in Zinc who is the leader of the racist group. Is it safe in Zinc?
No, there's some people that live there.
Would they like people?
Notice the fact that they're saying racist group and not KKK. So, and yeah, a rose by any other name would smell sweet, but why'd you say KKK?
Like me?
Don't think so.
I didn't know about it
till
maybe 2 years ago. I was stunned by it and how secret it was.
Yeah, you are so wise, Gandalf. What is the name of the...
I bet that guy hears that all the time. In fact, there was another guy with a long beard that passed by my grand and he said, "Look, it's Santa Claus." Like, I bet you people with like old people with beards hear Gandalf and Santa and whatever the character from Lord of the Rings is, or sorry, not that is Gandalf is Lord of the Rings, and then whatever the character from Harry Potter is. Just stop, man.
Of the Grand Master in Zinc.
I can't.
You can't say his name. He shall not be named.
No, I'm not scared of him. He's an old grandfather retired like me. I mean, he's...
But you are good, and he is bad. What is his name?
He is not good. He is neutral. You have not shown him doing anything good. Just because a person is not bad does not mean that they are good by default.
Gandalf.
I can't tell you.
Clearly some dark magic must happen when you say this man's name, but from our first night we'd found out some very interesting information, which will help.
Because you're far left, I'm just going to make this comparison, because the far left likes to make this comparison to the bad guys, or what they perceive as the bad guys. This guy is like Voldemort.
Me build an opinion on Harrison, Arkansas. What I'm thinking so far is everyone who I've...
But it's not Harrison. It's Sink. Your impression of Harrison should be it's a friendly town.
spoken to seems proper nice and welcoming. They're telling me that the people in this town aren't racist, but it's just one area that just so happens to be very racist. And there just so happens to be a mystery leader who is...
Or maybe it's not a coincidence. Like, their racism could be... Now, this is going to sound stupid, but let me explain what I mean by that. It could be genetic. So, we'll go back to, like, say, 1800. And the first couple of people in Zinc are racist. And then they teach their children to be racist. And they teach their children to be racist, and so on until the modern day, where the modern day people from Zinc are racist. But I could be wrong.
like the most racist man in the world, it seems. So, like, I feel like we should...
But Donald Trump doesn't live in Zinc. Tommy Robinson doesn't live in Zinc. Dylan Hamilton doesn't live in Zinc.
should dig into that a little bit, but we're also being warned away. I don't know if we're going to end up risking our lives for YouTube. We'll find out. Again. Day 2. This was my opportunity to explore the town. James, I'm Shush.
Say that one more time.
Shush.
Shush?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the same things carried on getting repeated.
The racism's honestly up towards Zinc.
That's what I keep hearing. It's Zinc.
Because that's where the retired Grand Wizard of the KKK is.
Interesting.
Okay, fine. So, either this guy could be joking or it is actually the KKK. So, okay, it's fine. It is actually the KKK. But if it isn't the KKK, don't call them the KKK. These guys could be more humane than the KKK. Instead of killing black people, they're just trying to drive them out of their town. Which, while it's horrible, it's nowhere near as bad as being murdered.
The Grand Wizard.
Honestly, a lot of people don't care for him in Harrison. You know, we're not racist. You know, most people, you can go down to almost any store and most of them aren't racist in the least.
Right, so what I've gathered from this is that Harrison is being bullied, right? Being called a racist town because it contains the most racist people in America. So let's take my village and say that the street next to mine is the most racist, contains the most racist people in this country. So my village would be labelled as the most racist village in this country. And I would probably be labelled as a racist, even though it's not my street. I don't want that.
So it's actually sad that you guys have now been given this reputation because of the Grand Wizard.
Thank God he's admitting that.
Yeah, just because he lives near us.